Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry, I had the wrong mic turned up. uh, yeah, so far it's just me by myself. So if that changes, I will let you know. And I don't even have Brody here. I just set up the camera and pointed it at the court, and you can see both baskets, and that's all I'm going to do. I don't even care. We're off to a late start already. But the good possibility is it might be a running clock on both games. So that's the positive. Well, I guess it's not positive because we're going to get beat really bad, but both of their teams are really, really good. So I think both of them are number one in the SEK. And we are in last place, I think, in the SEK on both of them. So first versus last. But we got a surprise win on Tuesday, so you never know. You never know. But let's just bring it to me at, let's just do 6:14. Is that all right? Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to do the national anthem before the girls or boys. Who knows? But we'll go with the flow. We'll see what happens. All right, thank you, Karen. I got music. Thank you, Karen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here, and we are ready for the Tank Connection pregame for the girls' game. And the Lady Vikes coming into the matchup 6-15. Lady Bulldogs 16-3. So it's number 1 in the SEK versus the last team in the SEK in the Lady Vikes. So Lady Vikes are going to have their work cut out for them here tonight, as is the boys' team. It's going to be a tough matchup for both. Both lost pretty handily when we played at Parsons earlier this year. So hopefully the Lady Vikes can get some grit and come in here and ready to fight. Lady Vikes had a tough loss on Tuesday night against Coffeyville at home on senior night. Ended up senior Cadence Ball hit a 3 as time expired to send the game into overtime, but then Lady Vikes 1 for 6 from the free throw line in overtime, and the Lady NATO was 2 for 2 from the line, and that's what did it. There was no baskets made in overtime on Tuesday night. It was just a 2-1 from the free throw line and a 1-point win for the Lady NATO. So Lady Vikes in much need of a win to secure a spot for Sub-State. They are currently in the 15 spot. Coffeyville is in the 16 spot, but there is also another team that's just one game behind the Lady Vikes. So Lady Vikes have a tough matchup here, and then they play at Chanute next Thursday night, which is a game that I feel like the Lady Vikes can win. Whenever Chanute played at Parsons a few weeks ago, Lady Vikes were very much in the game, and it just some turnovers towards the end of the game that kind of cost them. But hopefully Lady Vikes can keep their spirits up and try to pull out it'd be a big win here if the Lady Vikes can win this game. And they're going to start freshman Brenna Kramer, senior Braylon Hinman Mitchell, senior Cadence Ball, sophomore Ayana Robertson, and junior Alex Stoneberger. So Lady Vikes wearing their traveling black uniforms, and Independence wearing their white home uniforms. And they are going to start, I think they got 4 seniors. My guess is they were going to start all 4 of those seniors. I think they start them on a normal night. The senior Madeline Brashear, senior Brooklyn Maddox, senior Caitlin Spencer, and senior Kayla Lemos. All 4 will be in the starting lineup, along with junior Sarah Veely. So they had a senior night actually before the warm-ups for the girls' game, so that's why we're so late getting onto the air, is they had the senior night in advance instead of at a halftime or between the games. So that's why it is a little bit of a late start here for our game. And it looks like there's no national anthem before the girls' game, so it's probably going to be before the boys' game would be my guess. So Lady Vikings surrounded by the cheerleaders here. I'm not sure if you can see them on the live stream, and that is another thing, is we do have a live stream set up, but we don't have anyone running it. So I just turned it on and pointed it at the court. So what the view that you see is going to be the view that you're going to see the entire game. So there are going to be parts of the court that are going to be unseen. So you're going to have to just listen in, and hopefully I can describe what's going on enough for you to be able to get the gist of the game. So we are getting close to tip-off here. Like I said, Lady Vikes coming in 6-15, Indy 16-3, and Independence is setting in the 4th spot in the standings, and the Lady Vikes in the 15th spot. So the Lady Vikes can somehow win and move up, this game, or an Indy may possibly move up in the standing. There's a possibility that they could play each other here in a couple of weeks. So this might not be the last time we see Independence. So Robertson will jump against Lemos. Lemos was out last season with the torn ACL. So she is back in action this year. And Lady Vikes get the tip. Stoneberger, to start it off, gets it to Hinman Mitchell. Back out the ball. Cadence Ball kicks it out to the wing to Stoneberger. Stoneberger brings it back up top. Now Robertson kicks off the ball. Back up top, Hinman Mitchell. 7:40 to play, first quarter. We're just underway. Now Kramer loses it, and Lemos tracks it down and gets it to Spencer. And Veely going to bring it up the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Veely gets it down low to Spencer, kicks it out to Maddox. Skip pass all the way across, now stolen by freshman Brenna Kramer. Kramer tries to get to Robertson. Robertson puts it up. It's blocked. So now Maddox quickly the other way. 7:05 to play first quarter. And now another steal by the Lady Vikes. So 2 turnovers by each team. So now Robertson gets to the basket and scores it. So Robertson with the first bucket of the game. 2-0 Lady Vikes. We need more of that. So Lady Vikings can continue to play some solid defense. They can stay in this game. Bashir gets it to Maddox. Now Lemos down low. Now it is stolen again. Lady Vikes now lose it back. So Bashir with it. Gets it to Veely. To the corner to Spencer. Now Bashir steps into a 3, and it's good. So senior Madeline Bashir gets her first basket. 3-2 Bulldogs, 6:16 to play first quarter. Stoneberger with it. Nearly loses it. Now she hands off to Cadence Ball. Back up top to Robertson. Robertson cut off by Maddox. Hinman Mitchell nearly loses it, kicks it back out Stoneberger. Stoneberger puts up a floater, no good. Rebound to Veely of the Bulldogs. Here comes Veely. 5:47 first quarter. Another three-pointer on the way, no good. Cadence Ball with the rebound. 3-2 Bulldogs. 5:38 first quarter. Hinman Mitchell gets in the paint, puts it up and scores it. Braylon Hinman Mitchell with a big bucket there. 4-3 Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes coming to play. Be nice to get a huge win here on their senior night. Now an air ball by Maddox, and here comes Lady Vikes. Stoneberger gets the ball. Thought about the 3. Now she gets it to Kramer, and Kramer loses it out of bounds. And they're saying Veely knocked it out. So Lady Vikes will maintain possession. 5:07 to play first quarter. 4-3 in favor of the Vikings. Robertson gets it into Hinman Mitchell. Hinman Mitchell gets in the paint, kicks out. Robertson wants a 3. On the way in and out, no good. Rebound to Spencer. Here comes Maddox. Baseball pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Lady Bulldogs have already turned it over at least 3 times here in the first 3 minutes. So Stoneberger gets it to Hinman Mitchell. She gets it to head the ball. 4:46 to play. Stoneberger with it. Kicks out. Hinman Mitchell wants a 3, and it is good. Braylon Hinman Mitchell now with 5 points to give the Lady Vikes a 4-point lead at 7-3. Man, Lady Vikes fighting hard here. Last time these two played, there was a running clock in the fourth quarter, and Lady Vikes definitely don't want that. They want to try to stick with it and try to pull off this big upset on their senior night. Now Veely for a 3, and it's good. So just as I say that, junior Sarah Veely knocks down a 3-pointer. 6-7. Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead. Cadence Ball gets it back to Hinman Mitchell. Directing traffic, gets it off to Stoneberger. Now Kramer in the paint, puts it up, no good. Spencer with the rebound. Here comes Maddox. 3:40 and counting, first quarter. Another steal by the Lady Vikes. Here comes Robertson. Robertson stops, puts it up. It's good. Lady Vikes with a 9-6 lead, and we got a timeout on the floor by Coach Bird of the Lady Bulldogs. So let's take a 30-second break with them. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. And welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here, and 3:28 to play in the first quarter. Lady Vikes with a 9-6 lead. So much better on the offensive side and defensive side here so far in this first quarter for the Lady Vikings. Lady Vikes caused at least 4 turnovers already, and it's led to some points. Lemos in the paint, puts it up, and it's good. So Kayla Lemos with her first basket, 9-8 in favor of the Vikings. 3:05 and counting. Robertson with it. Gets in the paint, puts it up, in and out, no good. Rebound to the Lady Bulldogs. Here comes Maddox. Senior Brooklyn Maddox, who has given us fits in the past. Now Veely, spin move, kicks it out. Maddox for a 3. No good this time. But a steal by Lemos. And I think we're going to get a foul on Cadence Ball. Let's see who they get. Sure enough, first foul on Cadence Ball. So Lady Vikes with a 9-8 lead. They're going to say the foul was on the floor, so it's just going to be under the basket inbounds for the Bulldogs, and they get it into Lemos, and she makes an easy bucket. So 10-9 in favor of the Bulldogs. Heidi Schultz checking in for the first time. She brings the ball up the court. And I'm sure she knows Veely really well. I think they play tennis against each other quite a bit, as Veely is guarding Schultz. And now Stoneberger for a long 2, no good. And they're going to say, who's the foul on? They're going to call foul on Brooklyn Maddox. That's kind of surprises me because I thought she had the position there, but she's shocked by it as well. So Lady Vikes will inbounds underneath her own basket. Hinman Mitchell inbounds it. Lady Vikes down by 1. Hinman Mitchell gets it inbounds to Schultz. And now Schultz needs help. Picked up her dribble. Now she gets it over the ball. Now Stoneberger. Now Hinman Mitchell thought about going baseline. Puts it up in the lane. No good. Veely quickly the other way. And now Bashir with it. Now just a lot of quick passes. Now Veely for a 3. No good. Here comes Hinman Mitchell for the Lady Vikes. She gets it up to Cadence Ball. Now Schultz wants a 3. Good. Heidi Schultz with a big 3-pointer to give the Lady Vikes the lead again. 12-10. Madeline Bashir gets it to Veely. Spin move by Veely, gets to the elbow. Now it's going to be a jump ball, I believe. And sure enough, Alex Stoneberger with some quick hands as they get it into Spencer. Lady Vikes really playing some great defense here in the half court. Now spin move in the paint and trying to get it down low to Spencer, and they lose another turnover. And here comes Robertson quickly the other way for the Lady Vikes. Robertson stop, puts it up, good. Ayana Robertson now with 6 points as the Lady Vikes lead 14-10. Lady Vikes win this one. I'm going to eat my words because I did not think they would be able to hang with us in the Indy group that's 16-3 and leading the SEK. But I know that Lady Vikes have to know that their backs are against the wall. They really need to get another win to be postseason eligible. Because if they lose, they're just seeing how the other teams finish out. Now Veely puts it on the floor, no good. Here comes Hinman Mitchell. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Hinman Mitchell kicks out the Cadence ball for a three. No good. And out of bounds to the Lady Bulldogs. So 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Now some substitutions. Now Brooklyn Maddox to bring it up. Her sister Haley Maddox into the game. She's a freshman. Haley Maddox has it at the wing. Puts it on the floor, gets the Lemos, kicks it back out. Now this is some good defense by the Lady Vikes. Allowing not many shots here, and now missed shot by the Lady Bulldogs. Now Cadence ball is fouled by the freshman Haley Maddox. Not a whole lot of fouls here in the first quarter, just 3 fouls. Now make that 4 now. Robertson gets it into Stoneberger. Hopefully Stoneberger realizes there's only 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. She throws it away. So now Indy only has 3.7 before the end of the quarter. Coach Lyons wanting them to press a little bit. Brooklyn Maddox gets it, and it is knocked out of bounds. And only 0.2 after it's knocked out of bounds, so I don't even know if you can get a shot off from that. As they throw it inbounds, and it is the end of the first quarter. Lady Vikes lead it 14-10. Let's take a 1-minute break. You listen to Viking basketball on V93. And welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here, and we are ready for second quarter action. Robertson gets it inbounds to Stoneberger. Stoneberger quickly taking up the court against the freshman Maddox. Now Hinman Mitchell with it on the wing. Tries to get in the paint, and it is a turnover. Kayla Lemos quickly going the other way for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Vikes with another turnover. And now Lady Bulldogs steal it as Spencer takes it in for a bucket, and that's her first basket. So now 14-12 in favor of the Lady Vikes. Now Robertson goes all the way to the bucket, missed the layup, and here comes Lemos for the Bulldogs. Now Spencer going the other way is fouled. Let's see who's the foul is on. I think it's going to be on Hinman Mitchell. That's going to be on Braylon. So Caitlin Spencer, the senior, will go to the line to shoot 2. So she didn't score in the first quarter, But in the first 40 seconds here, she has a basket. And now a free throw is made, and she'll have one more. She can tie the game with this next free throw. 14-13, Lady Vikes with a 1-point advantage. 7:19 to play, second quarter. Caitlin Spencer up short, but it gets over the rim and in. Shooters roll. Now it's a tie ball game at 14. Hinman Mitchell with it. She gets it across half court. Now kicks it off to Kramer. Kramer gets in the paint and is fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. Thought she was shooting, but they're just going to give it to an underneath their own basket. 7:09 to play, second quarter, 14 all. Hinman Mitchell gets it in the ball, and they're going to call a foul on 14, Lemos. Kayla Lemos is holding Heidi Schultz on the inbound, so now Robertson gets it after it's inbounds, and now Kramer with it in the corner, needs help, gets out to Hinman Mitchell. Under 7 minutes to play, second quarter. Hinman Mitchell with it. Gets it to Schultz. Now ball. Now Hinman Mitchell thought about the three. Now kicks it out. Robertson puts it in the floor. Now dumps it off, and now it's going to be a turnover, either that or a jump ball. It's going to be a jump ball, but it's going to go to the Lady Bulldogs. So 14-14, 6:43 to play, second quarter. Bashir to bring it up the court. Gets it to Maddox. Now Veely, now Spencer, now Lemos. Every player touched it on that possession, and Kayla Lemos scores it. Great ball movement by the Lady Bulldogs. 16-14. Lady Bulldogs with a 1-point advantage or 2-point advantage. Now Cadence Ball gets it to Schultz. Now to Kramer. Now Robertson. Hinman Mitchell back up top to Kramer. Three-pointer just off the mark. Cadence Ball with an offensive rebound. And it is knocked out of bounds by Veely. And Stoneberger going to check back in, see who she's checking in for. She's checking in for Cadence Ball. 5:59 to play, second quarter. 16-14 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Vikes have led a couple different times in this game. They're fighting hard. Kramer drives, misses the layup. So Lady Vikes missed a couple of easy buckets here, but they only trail by 2. Now Maddox with it in the paint, kicks it out. Bashir kicks it back out to Maddox. Now Maddox goes baseline. Now Lemos for a layup. So Kayla Lemos has 8 points, and the lead is now 4 points for the Lady Bulldogs. And we're just gonna keep it here. See if we can thank some sponsors here. Let's see if I can find my sponsor list. Might have to wait just a little bit on the sponsors as we are back ready for play. And now the Lady Vikes with the possession, down by 4 now. Hinman Mitchell. Looked like she almost took steps there. Now it's a turnover. Bashir gets it down low to Spencer. She puts up a shot and is fouled. So Caitlin Spencer is fouled by Braylon Hinman Mitchell. So that's going to be Braylon's second. 5:10 to play, second quarter. Lady Vikes trail by 4 at the moment. Now they trail by 5. As Spencer's first free throw is good, and she's going to have one more. Caden Spall to check back in for Hinman Mitchell. Second free throw's no good. Rebound to Lady Vikes. Kramer with it. 19-14, Lady Vikes trail by 5. Lady Vikes led 14-10, so Lady Bulldogs on a 9-0 run. Lady Vikings really need to get a basket to stop the drive that the Bulldogs are on. Schultz kicks it out the ball, back up top. Now they're going to call a foul on Madeline Bashir. So Madeline Bashir will pick up her first foul. So now Lady Vikes need to get it in. Gotta go. Just got a 5-second count. So Lady Vikes turn it over, and now we got another timeout by the Lady Vikes. This time, I will say some sponsors. I'd like to thank Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Tank Connection, Clemens Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates at Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoppin Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SEK Ortho, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Ideatech, Day and Zimmerman, and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services. Thank you to all of our sponsors, helping bringing you Viking basketball here in the 25-26 season. And Spencer continues to dominate this second quarter. Senior Caitlin Spencer has got 7 points here in the second quarter, and they have a 7-point lead. So Robertson with a nice jump shot to get the first basket of the second quarter for the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes cut the drought. Now Maddox gets it to Lemos. 21-16 is our score as Lemos gets another one to fall. She's in double digits now with 10. Now the Lady Vikes throw it quickly up court. Stoneberger with it up top now. 3:51 to play second quarter. 23-16, Lady Vikes trail by 7. And now it's another turnover. Here comes the younger Maddox. She gets to Lemos. Lemos kicks it out to Brooklyn Maddox, and now it's knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it's going to stay with the Lady Bulldogs underneath their own basket at 3:33 to play second quarter. 23-16 is our score. Lady Vikes trail by 7. Lady Vikes have led by as many as 4. Brooklyn Maddox guarded by Stoneberger. Now she gets into the paint, and it's stolen by Hinman Mitchell. Now fight for it as they go down the court. And now Spencer, I believe, knocks it out of bounds, and the Lady Vikes will maintain the possession. So Lady Vikes down by 7, 3:18 to play second quarter. Gets it in, and that's going to be a foul on Lemos, I believe. Sure enough, Kayla Lemos picks up her second. So now Maddox goes to the bench, which is kind of odd. You'd think Lemos would go to the bench with the 2 fouls. Now Kramer with it on the wing. She's going to kick it back up top. Stoneberger with it, guarded by Bashir. Now Hinman Mitchell, guarded by the younger Maddox. Now Hinman Mitchell puts it on the floor and scores it. Braylon now with 7 points. Big bucket there by the senior. Now, speaking of senior, Spencer puts it up and scores it. She now has 9 points here in the quarter. She did not score in the first quarter. 25-18, Lady Vikes trail by 7. Stoneberger, stolen by Lemos. Lemos going to try to go all the way, and she gets it. So Kayla Lemos with some great defense and some easy buckets gets 12 points already here in the first half. 2:20 to play in the second quarter. Kramer gets it out to Stoneberger. Back to Kramer. Now Robertson will put it on the floor, guarded by Spencer. She's asking for it again, but Spencer's guarding her pretty hard. Under 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Now Robertson's going to launch a 3, and it's no good. They're going to say out of bounds to the Lady Bulldogs. So 1:52 to play, second quarter. 27-18 is our score. So now stoppage in play a little bit here is getting situated, and here comes Maddox for the Bulldogs. Maddox hooks out the Veely. Now we got a traveling call on freshman Haley Maddox. I didn't see it, but must have happened. So now Lady Vikes to inbounds. Cadence Ball gets it in to Hinman Mitchell. 1:40 and counting here, second quarter. And now get it off to Schultz. She's guarded hard, and now she kicks it back out. Now Kramer's in the paint and kicks it back out. Hinman Mitchell tries to get in the paint, and they get double teamed every time they try to drive to the basket, which is some great defense by the Lady Bulldogs, but this time there's a foul on. It's going to be on Haley Maddox. Lady Vikes quickly inbounds the Cadence ball, and she scores it, but it's not going to count because that never got whistled ready for play. But the reason it wasn't ready for play is because it's actually going to be free throws, because it was the 15th foul of the quarter. So now Braylon shoots the first free throw, and it's good. Now Braylon has 8 points. Robertson also with 8 points for the Lady Vikes. Hinman Mitchell's second free throw, no good. Rebound to Spencer. Here comes Brooklyn Maddox of the Bulldogs, quickly down court to Veely, and she couldn't handle it, so it's a turnover. Here comes the Lady Vikes. Schultz with it. Schultz getting the paint, and she is fouled by Brooklyn Maddox. That's going to be her second. So the Lady Vikes not in a whole lot of foul trouble, just Hinman Mitchell with 2. But the Lady Bulldogs have 3 players with 2. Now Heidi Schultz will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is no good. Schultz knocked down a 3-pointer in the first quarter. Now Robertson checks back in, checking in for Kramer. 1:07 to play, second quarter, 27-19. Lady Vikes trailing by 8. Second free throw from Schultz is also no good. Rebound by Dea Allen, who just checked in. Here comes Brooklyn Maddox quickly the other way. Now Maddox cut off by Robertson. Now here's Lady Bulldogs passing it around the perimeter. Kick it back out. Bashir thought about the 3. Now it's knocked out of bounds. And Lady Bulldogs will maintain the possession. 15 on the shot clock. Veely to inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs. She threw it out of bounds. Yep, she threw it out of bounds. I'm sitting here watching it. And so turnover to the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes trail by 8, 43 seconds to work with here. Stoneberger guarded by Veely, and Veely steals it. Now she needs help, and it's going to be a jump ball. They're going to call a foul on Stoneberger. So Stoneberger picks up her second. So now senior Brooklyn Maddox, the inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs. Gets it into Lemos. She's guarded by Stoneberger. Turnaround no good. Veely with the rebound, and she traveled with it. 28.8 seconds to play in the second quarter. Lady Vikes trail by 8. Hinman Mitchell tries to get into the paint. Can't do it. Kicks it back out. Now Stoneberger with it. Kicks it out. Robertson. Robertson from the elbow takes steps. It's going to be a travel. So now the Lady Bulldogs with the possession with 14.2 left in the first half. So now Lady Bulldogs, Brooklyn Maddox brings it up the court. Oh, what a touch foul. As now Hinman Mitchell just picked up her third foul on really just a little bit of a touch foul. So 9.8 seconds left to go before halftime. They get it inbounds to Spencer, and she is fouled by Robertson. So Bulldogs taking advantage of the size and putting up shots and getting fouled here. 27-19 is the score. 8.6 seconds. Spencer will have 2 free throws. First one is no good. She made her first 3, missed her last 2, and she'll have 1 more here at the 8.6 mark of the second quarter. Second free throw is also no good, but an offensive rebound. Now Veely, stolen now by Stoneberger. Stoneberger is going to go quick. She's not going to get a shot off. Your halftime score, Bulldogs 27, Vikings 19. Let's do a 1-minute break, and we'll come back for the eye care associate of Parsons halftime report. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. We are at halftime of the girls' game. We are ready for the eye care associate of Parsons halftime report, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. And let's run down the scores. First for the Lady Bulldogs, Madeline Bashir with 3, Sarah Veely with 3, Caitlin Spencer with 9, and Kayla Lemos with 12. And the Lady Vikes, Braylon Hinman Mitchell with 8, Ayana Robertson with 8, and Heidi Schultz with 3. So Lady Vikes only down by 8, but they're definitely going to need to get some more offense going to try to stay with this Lady Bulldog team as they're going to continue to put up points. And senior Brooklyn Maddox has not scored yet, and she's usually one of their bigger scorers. So it'll be interesting to see how she plays in the second half. And now the boys teams are both warming up. Our boys team has been playing really well of late. The last time they played Independence, it was not good. I'm going to be quite honest with you. And I think the Viking boys played pretty well in the Lancer Classic, and then, man, they really, really gave it to Labette County the first half, leading by 9 at the half. And then they beat Humboldt, they beat Cherryville, and gave Pittsburgh all they could want at Pittsburgh last Friday. And tough game. And then a huge win Tuesday night against Coffeyville, which the boys Viking team was bluntly embarrassed when we played at Coffeyville earlier this season, and Viking boys put it right back on them. So maybe the Viking boys are on a mission here to try to make the postseason, because they're going to have to win them all to even try to be eligible. So hopefully they can put up a really good fight, as the Lady Vikes are putting up a good fight here in the girls' game. So we're going to wrap up the iCare Associate halftime report on the girls' side, and let's do a 6-minute break, and then we'll be back for the second half. 6-minute break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. And we are back. 27-19, Lady Vikes trail by 8. Lady Vikes with the first possession. Robertson with it, gets it Hinman Mitchell. Hinman Mitchell thought about the three, throws it away. Now Lady Bulldogs will get their first possession of the second half. Senior Brooklyn Maddox, who was scoreless in the first half, brings it down the court. Kicks it all the way across. Maddox thought about the three, now gets it down the low to Lemos. Lemos puts up a shot, no good, but gets her own rebound. Put back, also no good. Lady Vikes with a rebound. Should have been a foul there, no call. And now Lemos fighting with it. And we are back live on the radio now. Tony Fuentes here at Independence High School and Senior Brooklyn Maddox as we are going here in the second half. Maddox, who did not score in the first half, knocks down a three to start the second half. So 30-19, and now still by Veely. And Veely's going to go all the way, and she is fouled by Hinman Mitchell. That's going to be her fourth. So worst case scenario for Lady Vikes as senior Braylon Hinman Mitchell fouls Sarah Veely, and Veely's going to go to the line to shoot two. 30-19, Veely will have two shots here. And first free throw is no good. So senior Brooklyn Maddox knocked down a three. And now Veely at the line. 30-19, one more free throw coming for Veely. It is up and good. 31-19. So now a 12-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. As Stoneberger to bring it up the court for the Lady Vikes. 6:35 and counting here to go in the third quarter. Cadence Ball, skip pass all the way across to Kramer. Kramer now puts it on the floor and throws it away. So now Lady Bulldogs will have the possession, but there is a timeout on the floor, but we're just going to keep it here. We're going to thank some of our sponsors. I'd like to thank Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Tank Connection, Clements Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associate of Parsons Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SEK Ortho, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Ideatech, Dan Zimmerman, and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services. Thank you to all of the sponsors bringing you Viking basketball here in the 2025-2026 season. And we have 6:25 to play here in the third quarter. And they're letting the Lady Vikes catch it. They must have said it was tipped by the Lady Bulldogs. So Lady Vikings basketball is now Schultz has it. Gives off to Stoneberger. Stoneberger gives off to Kramer. Now Kramer gets it down the Cadence Ball. She nearly loses it, and now it's going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go to the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs with a 12-point advantage at 31-19 and the ball. Brooklyn Maddox gets it to Lemos. Now Spencer in the paint. And who they get the foul on? This can't be on Robertson. Sure enough. It's on Robertson. That's her second. And now Lady Bulldogs with an easy layup for Kayla Lemos. So they have set her up for success tonight. She already has 14 points. Now still by Veely. And Veely wants to go all the way, and it is blocked by Stoneberger. 33-19. Lady Vikes trail now by 14. Lady Vikes led 14-10. So the Lady Bulldogs on a 23-5 run. So complete turnaround from the beginning of the game. Lady Vikes were pretty scrappy at the beginning of the game. We got a bunch of turnovers and some easy buckets, and now it is falling apart as Caitlin Spencer scores it, and now the Lady Vikes turn it over. So Spencer now in double digits. She didn't score in the first quarter, and now she had a big second quarter and a bucket here now in the third. Now the Lady Bulldogs with the ball now and a 16-point lead as Lemos has it up top. Now Maddox with it. Maddox guarded by the freshman Kramer. Gets to the elbow, now kicks it out. Lemos, no good. Rebound to Robertson of the Vikings. Here comes Robertson. Robertson going to pull it back out. Gets it to Stoneberger and put up no good. And Lady Bulldogs with the ball. Now a turnover by them, so here comes the Lady Vikings. Stoneberger with it. And Lemos punched it out. Now Schultz somehow ends up with it. Now Lexi Jones, who just checked in, launches a three, no good. Rebound to the Lady Bulldogs. 4:50 to play third quarter. Lady Vikes trail by 16. Veely gets it to Lemos. Now to Spencer. Now back up top to Bashir. Now Veely. A lot of passing going on here now. Lemos gets in the paint. Now Bashir launches a three. No good, but offensive rebound by Spencer. Now underneath the Lemos. She missed the easy layup. Now it is going to be out of bounds to the Lady Vikings. 4:21 to play. Third quarter. 35-19. Robertson with it. Now she ran into a double team and now literally a tackle by Brooklyn Maddox, taking Robertson to the ground. Not sure if you got that on the live stream or not. I'm not sure if it. Now Robertson, or make that Stoneberger. She gets elbowed in the face, no call. Now Kramer gets it back up top to Robertson. Robertson stolen by Lemos. And here comes Maddox. Lady Bulldogs just really stepping up their game after that first quarter. Now missed shot and an offensive rebound. Who'd they get that on? They're going to call a foul on Lady Vikes? No, they call it on Independence. They call it on Spencer. So Lady Vikes with the ball here. Robertson the inbounds. Kramer. She's trying to get it over half court. She does. She has a path to the basket. They're going to say a foul on the floor. It's got to be on Maddox. Sure enough, that's her third. .333 to play third quarter. 35-19. Lady Vikes trail by 16. Some confusion on the checking in. I'm not sure what's going on here. As Lady Vikes, the inbounds underneath their own basket. Need to go. They get it into Lexi Jones. And Bashir knocks it out. Now, just some really tough defense by Independence. Now rebound by Lady Vikes on the offensive side. No good. And now a fight for the rebound. And Stoneberger gets it. And they're going to say jump ball possession going to Indy. So 3:17 third quarter. Again, it's 35-19, 16-point advantage. Veely kicks it off to Haley Maddox. Now thrown away, I believe. They're going to say it was tipped by Kramer. So out of bounds. The Lady Bulldogs with the ball. Veely with it. Now approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Spin move by Veely in the paint. Underneath, missed the layup. And Cadence Ball with the rebound. And let's see who they get. They get Veely with another foul. That's her second. 2:54 now to play. Lady Vikes with the possession again. Trailing by 16. In much need of a basket. Robertson gets it to Stoneberger. Now the ball all the way across. Skip pass. Now another foul by the Lady Bulldogs. And this one's going to be on Mia Cope, I believe. She just checked into the game. Picks up a foul. And now Lemos with the steal. Lemos gets it down low, no good. Rebound Lady Vikes. Here comes Stone. Nope, Robertson with it. Robertson nearly loses it. Now Lexi Jones has it. Thought about the three. Now all the way around to the other side. Now back up top to Robertson. Robertson hands off Stoneberger. Now Kramer. Back to Robertson. Now it's a turnover. Lemos going to bring it up the court for the Lady Bulldogs. Now Haley Maddox throws to get low. Spencer, and they're going to call a foul on Robertson. It's going to be her third. Durkin to check in for Robertson. Now Heidi Schultz going to check in for Kramer. Now underneath is Lemos on the inbounds, and it's good. So Kayla Lemos now with 16 points. Now up to an 18-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. As they're going to have another foul. And they're going to shoot two. Lexi Jones is going to go to the line and shoot two. So Lexi Jones at the line for the Lady Vikes. First free throw is up and good. So Lexi Jones gets her first point of the night. 1:38 to play, third quarter. And the Lady Bulldogs sending more to the bench than, I guess one of them just going over to talk to the coach. So Maddox and Lemos both still in the game with 3 fouls each. Second free throw is good by Lexi Jones. So they're going to say the second free throw, there was a lane violation, so it doesn't count. So it's 37-20. So Jones just has the 1 point. So now Veely gets it into the corner to Maddox. She kicks it all the way across to Bashir. Bashir for a three, good. Madeline Bashir knocked down a three very early in the game. And now she knocks down one here in the third quarter. 6 points for her. Lexi Jones hands off. Now Durkin with it. Now Cadence Ball. Now Stoneberger. And it's stolen by Veely. And let's go see. They're going to call a foul on Stoneberger. So Veely stole it from Stoneberger, and then Stoneberger fouled Veely. So 57 seconds left to go here in the third. 20-point advantage, 40-20. Lady Bulldogs have the Lady Vikes doubled up. Haley. Maddox with it. Now Brooklyn Maddox has it. Now Veely puts it on the floor. Kicks it out to Lemos for a three, and it's good. Kayla Lemos with a big three-pointer. She has 19 points. Now I believe a turnover by the Lady Vikes as Caitlin Spencer checks back in for Lemos, as Lemos got knocked down after she made the three, and there was no call. I think they just got tangled up. So 43-20, Lady Bulldogs with the ball. And now a foul underneath. And Caitlin Spencer is going to go to the line to shoot two. So Spencer is the only one. Oh, I take that back. Veely shot two here in the third quarter, I was going to say. Spencer has, after these two, will be 8 free throws. She made her first three, missed her next three. Now she makes this one. Kind of had something similar to that in a game a couple of nights ago. Now senior Spencer for one more free throw with 19.4 seconds to go in the third. And it is no good. Rebound Stoneberger, and she traveled with it. So Indy's going to have another crack at it here in the third quarter. 44-20. Lady Vikes trail by 24. Now Haley Maddox hands off to Brooklyn Maddox. Now a near steal by Robertson, and now it's going to be a foul on the Bulldogs. It's going to be on Caitlin Spencer, so I think Brenna Kramer was going to be the shooter. And she doesn't have any points on the night. But she's going to have 2 free throws coming here. Kramer's first free throw is up and good. Brenna Kramer will have one more. 44-21. Second free throw is also good. Now down to 5 seconds here in the third. Brooklyn Maddox for three, in and out, no good. And Lady Vikes trail by 22, 44-22. Let's take a 1-minute break. That's the Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here, and we are ready for fourth quarter. Lady Vikes trail this one by 22. They'll have their first possession of the fourth quarter. Lady Vikes did not score a basket in the third, and that can be a problem. They just had 3 free throws. Should have had 4 free throws, but one was called off because of a lane violation. Robertson with it. Kicks it back out The ball now, three-pointer on the way, no good. And Brooklyn Maddox going the other way for the Lady Bulldogs. 7.5 to play in the ball game. Bashir gets it back to Maddox. Skip pass all the way across to Haley Maddox. Now Veely in the paint, no good. Rebound, Hinman Mitchell. So Hinman Mitchell with it. Gives off Robertson. Robertson put it on the floor. Now she backs it out. Now she throws it away. Here comes Maddox. Throws it away. So it's going to be Lady Vikings basketball. 6:59 to play in the ball game. 44-22. Lady Vikes trail by 22. And here comes junior Alex Stoneberger. Gives off to senior Braylon Hinman Mitchell. Hinman Mitchell playing with 4 fouls. Gets it to Stoneberger. Now Lamos being very handsy. Hinman Mitchell gets tripped, but no call. Now Robertson gets fouled by Spencer. That's going to be at least her third. Yep, that is her third. So 3 fouls on Maddox, Spencer, and Lemos. But I don't think it's going to matter. I'm not going to call a double dribble by Cadence Ball. 44-22, 6.5 to play. Senior Brooklyn Maddox with it. Gets it to Lemos. Another senior. She puts it on the floor. No good. Rebound to Braylon Hinman Mitchell. And they call a foul on Brooklyn Maddox. That's her 4th. Here come the Lady Vikes. Robertson with it. She wants to take it to the basket, puts up a floater, good. Ayana Robertson now with double digits, she's got 10. She wanted the foul there as she got hit on the arm, but no call there. Now spin move by Brooklyn Maddox. 5:53 and counting. 44-24. Now Brooklyn Maddox for a 3 is no good. Robertson with it for the Likes. Robertson gets it to Stoneberger. Now back up top. Now Hinman Mitchell puts it on the floor, missed the layup. Kayla Lemos with the rebound. Here comes Brooklyn Maddox with it. So the coach for Independence is begging for fouls, and he's up by 20, so I'm not sure what's going on. As Stoneberger was hounding Brooklyn Maddox. And now Veely at the inbounds gets it into Lemos. Now Haley Maddox with it. And she is fouled by Hinman Mitchell, and Hinman Mitchell's night will be done. She'll foul out with the 8 points that she had in the first half. So Lexi Jones going to check in for her. Now Spencer in the paint. Robertson didn't even touch her, and they call a foul. It's just one of those anticipation, just think that it's going to get a foul, and I don't agree with that. So now senior Caitlin Spencer will go to the line to shoot 2. 44-24, 20-point advantage for the Lady Bulldogs. First free throw is good from Caitlin Spencer, and she's made 3, missed 3, made 1, missed 1, made 1. So She's been around 50% the entire game, so this could go either way. 4:59 to play in the ball game. Spencer's second free throw is up and no good. So she shot 10 and made 5, and now the ball is coming right at me. So if you're watching on the live stream, the ball is coming straight at the table. I had to knock it back out from coming up onto the table. So a turnover by the Lady Vikings, and Lady Bulldogs with the possession and a 21-point lead. Now a foul by Stoneberger, and that might be Stoneberger's 5th. Let's see how many they got. Now Lemos. Yeah, that was her 5th. I knew it was 5, and they didn't horn it, but Lady Bulldogs were off and running. Now Maddie Boss gonna have to check in. So Lady Bulldogs gonna have to go all the way back down here to inbounds it. So now Veely with it for the Bulldogs. She gets into the paint, misses the layup. She does a good job getting to the basket. She just hasn't been able to finish it. Now the Lady Vikes with the possession. 21 points down at 45-24. Robertson gets to Jones. Missed shot, but she gets her own rebound. Now Robertson with it again. She's going to keep fighting. She scores it. So Robertson now with 12 points. Now Schultz. Looked like she fouled Veely, but it caused Veely to turn it over. 4:13 to play in the ball game. 45-26. Lady Vikes trail by 19. Robertson with it for the Lady Vikes. Tries to throw it up top to Boss, and I think it might be a turnover or a jump ball. They get a jump ball possession going to Lady Bulldogs. Seems like the Lady Bulldogs hit every single jump ball. I don't think they ever change it. Now Veely the inbounds. They get it in the senior Maddox. Now Lemos. Spin move, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound though. Maddox, now Veely wants a 2. No good. Now Kramer. Going up the floor. Kramer puts it up and is fouled by Bashir. That's just the second on Bashir. Now, Brenna Kramer at the line to shoot 2. 3:39 to play in the ball game. First one is good. Kramer will have one more. 45-27. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to Spencer of the Bulldogs. Here comes Brooklyn Maddox. Kicks it off to Veely. Lady Bulldogs just probably fine running some clock here. Now they throw it all the way across, and the Bashir shoots a 3, and she makes it. So Bashir has made a 3-pointer in 3 of the quarters. Now they're going to call a jump ball or a foul. They're either going to be a foul or a jump ball. Going to call foul on senior Caitlin Spencer. So that's the 4th foul on Spencer. People in the crowd yelling horrible, but they lead by 21 points, so I don't think it's too bad. Now we've got a foul on Veely. At some point, you got to just stop being so aggressive, because now it's foul shots for Kramer. The freshman Brenna Kramer will shoot 2. 48-27 is our score. 3:03 to play in the ball game. First one's good. And now one more free throw from Kramer. It is up and also good. So Kramer 5 of 6 from the free throw line. That's their only points. And now here comes Brooklyn Maddox. And Lemos with it. Back out to Spencer. Now Veely to Lemos underneath. She's fouled by Maddie Boss. That'll be her first. .244 to play. Kayla Lemos will step to the line for the first time tonight. She has 19 points. She could get to 20 if she can knock down one of these 2. First one's up, no good. She will have one more free throw. Second one's good. 20 points for Lemos. Now Heidi Schultz missed the layup. And here comes Brooklyn Maddox going the other way. Lemos with it, puts it up. No good, but she is fouled. So 2.5 to play, 49-29. Kayla Lemos at the line. First one is up and good. Lemos with one more. Second one's good. She got 10 in the second half. She had 12 in the first half, so 22 for her. Now a foul by Veely. Four on Veely now. Robertson goes to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first one. This is Robertson's first free throws of the night. She has 12 points on the game. Second free throw for Robertson is way short. That's knocked out of bounds. Going to go to the Lady Bulldogs. 2:21 to play in the ball game. 51-29. Mia Cope. Now missed shot. Maddie Boss with the rebound, but now Lemos steals it and put back no good. Spencer though's right there. She puts it up, no good. Goes out of bounds. Going to stay. Actually going to the Lady Vikes. Haley Maddox to check in. She's going to check in for her sister. Mia Cope going to check in. She's going to check in for senior Kayla Lemos. So they're going to check out all 4 seniors here on senior night. Kayla Lemos checks out. And now Madeline Bashir checking out, and senior Caitlin Spencer checking out. So all 4 seniors are checked out of the game. Dea Allen checking in for Ayana Robertson. So now down to 156, 22-point advantage, and now Veely makes the layup. So Veely just with her 6th point. She's been very active tonight. Now Lexi Jones gets it to Kramer. Kramer all the way out to the top. Now Maddie Boss kicks it out. Now Kramer for a 3, and it is good. Brenna Kramer gets her first basket, an 8th point. So now Haley Maddox gives it off to McLennan. Now Mia Cope for a long 2, no good. And they're going to have a foul on Lexi Jones, I believe. Sure enough, Lexi Jones picks up her 2nd. Sarah Veely made one, missed one in the 3rd quarter. She misses this one. 1:16 to play in the ball game. 53-32, 21-point advantage for the Lady Bulldogs. 2nd free throw for Veely is good. She now has 7. Now Brenna Kramer to bring it up to court for Lady Vikings. Nearly lost it. Now she gets it to Jones. Jones, spin move, kicks back out Durkin. Now Boss with it. Maddie Boss puts it on the floor, and they're going to call another foul. And Maddie Boss will go to the free throw line. So Maddie Boss go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First one is up, no good. So Maddie Boss will have one more coming. Second free throw from Boss is good. So she gets in the scorebook. It's 1 point. Maddox, hands off, no good on the basket. And now here comes Maddie Boss going the other way. Down to 44 seconds to go in the ball game. Boss hands off to Kramer. Kramer puts it on the floor, up no good. They lose it out of bounds. And Lady Vikes will have the possession underneath their own basket. 54-33. Lexi Jones the inbounds for the Lady Vikes. Gets it into Kramer. All the way up top to Boss. Boss, three-pointer, rattles in. So Maddie Boss now with 4 points. 22 seconds as shot is blocked out of bounds with 18 seconds to go. Roxy Wilson with the shot there underneath the basket. Just didn't go. Now inbounds to Roxy Wilson, and she scores it this time. So Roxy Wilson gets in the scorebook. Down to 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Dea Allen, they're going to call a hold on Roxy Wilson. So Dea Allen will go to the line with 5 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2 free throws coming for Allen. First one's up, no good. 56-36. Lady Bucks trail by 20. 5 seconds to play. Second free throw is up and good. So 1 point for Dea Allen. Here comes Haley Maddox. She wants to score it, and she misses it at the buzzer. And the Lady Vikes lose this one 56-37. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back for the Bone Pharmacy post-game report. 1-minute break, Viking basketball, V93. Welcome back to Independence High School, and we are ready for the Bone Pharmacy post-game report on the girls' side. And Lady Vikes started off really well, led 14-10 at the end of the first quarter, and then the wheels just kind of fell off and just didn't really score a whole lot after that. So let's run down the scores first for the Lady Bulldogs. Madeline Bashir with 9, Brooklyn Maddox with 3, Sarah Veely with 7, Caitlin Spencer with 13, Kayla Lamos 22, and Roxy Wilson with 2. Lady Vikes led by Ayana Robertson with 12, 8 points from Brenna Kramer, 8 points from Braylon Hinman Mitchell, 4 points from Maddie Boss, 3 points from Heidi Schultz, 1 point for Lexi Jones, and 1 point for Dea Allen. And the Lady Vikes just could not hang with this tough Independence Lady Bulldog team as they get the win here tonight. And we'll have quite a bit of a break here between the girls and boys game as I'm here on my own. So we're gonna let's do a 12-minute break, and then we'll be back for the Tent Connection pregame for the boys side. So 12-minute break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Independence High School. We're ready for the Tank Connection pregame on the boys' side. And the boys will have their hands full as well. Talked about it a little bit during the girls' game. Independence boys really put it on the Vikings back in January when we played at home. But the Viking boys have been playing very good as of late. Gave Labette County all they could handle a couple weeks ago. Gave Pittsburgh all they could handle last Friday night. Beat Humboldt, beat Cherryville, beat Coffeyville, which Coffeyville dominated them when we played at Coffeyville. So the Vikings aren't out of it yet. So we can hope for another great performance here by the seniors, and hopefully we can extend the season. If they can get a win here tonight and a win next week at Chanute, they will have a chance. So we'll see what happens as the game progresses here tonight. I just hope for, just a good outcome here for the boys, as it's going to be tough because Marcus Lanning, Ethan Small, Cayman Sprague, Spencer Crane, it's all four of those guys is senior night, and then you've got junior Javen Colbert that's probably one of the best players in the SEK on the boys' side. So Kellen Lanning, though, has been one that's gave us fits in the last few years. But when we played at Parsons, he only scored 2 points. He was more of a true point guard, and he was just dishing it up here and there, and I bet he had 15 assists in that game. So he did it in other ways to help the Independence Bulldogs get the win that night at Parsons about a month or so ago now. But looks like we are going to have the national anthem before this game starts. So let's do a 2-minute break, and then we will come back and hopefully be ready for action on the boys' side. So 2-minute break. You listen to Viking basketball on V93. And we are back live at Independence High School. And it is senior night here for the Independence Bulldogs. The Independence Bulldogs will start their 4 seniors. So 5'9" senior Spencer Crane. Junior, 5'10" junior Javen Colbert will be in the lineup. 6'2" senior Kellen Lanning. 6'1" senior Ethan Small. And 6'2" senior Cayman Sprague. So for the Vikings are going to start junior Andrew Houck. The senior Deshaun Pleasant. I can't see the other players yet for the Vikings, so we'll hold off on those 3 for the moment as they're introducing Javen Colbert for the Bulldogs. So we'll be senior Connor Largent in the lineup for the Vikings. So for the Vikings, Jason Shaw will be in the starting lineup. Senior, a lot of seniors for the Vikings starting as well, as Pleasant, Shaw, Largent, and now Kennett is going to get the start as well. So the Vikings will start 4 seniors and a junior. Independence will start 4 seniors and a junior. So the Vikings been going with this bigger lineup with Largent and Kennett in the lineup quite a bit. It's been throwing some teams off that whenever the first time we played them, they didn't see that look. So now I think it kind of throws teams off whenever they try to get into the paint when the Vikes are playing a stingy zone defense and you got 2 bigger guys down there. It's not a lot of room to work with. So it's been working for the Vikings. So hopefully the Vikings can keep that momentum running here tonight, as this is a big game for them. As if they have any hopes of moving on, they have to win tonight and they have to win next Thursday at Chanute. So the girls team in much need of a win as well, as they lose it here tonight. So we'll see how the boys' side does here as the Parsons boys come into this game with a 3-17, actually 4-17 record. I didn't have the last game in the book because it was at home and I just did the stats. So 4-17 record for the Vikings coming in here. And we are getting close to being underway. So we are underway and faked the jump, and now Pleasant with the jump, lost it, and now Kellen Lanning quickly the other way. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Kellen Lanning. And he's not happy about it. So 5 seconds into the game, foul on Kellen Lanning. So that could loom large for the Vikings as he scored it. He just kind of ran over Houck. So now Shaw trying to get it up the court. Gets it knocked away, but now somehow Largent gets it, and now Houck tracks it down. And man, some tough defense here by the Bulldogs. Vikings just trying to get it down the court. And now Shaw is going to get the offensive foul. So 2 offensive fouls in the early going here. One by Lanning, one by Shaw. And Shaw shoved off on Crane. 7.5 to play, 0-0. Start of the game. Javen Colbert hands off to Small. Now Sprague sets a screen for Small. Small puts it up. Knocked out of bounds by Largent. So still no score. And now inbounds. Missed shot by Sprague. And now kick back out as they get the offensive rebound. Now landing for three. No good. Another offensive rebound by Crane this time. Now the Vikings come up with it after another missed shot. So now Pleasant with it. Pleasant guarded by Colbert. Javen Colbert cut off Pleasant. Now he hands off to Kennett. Kennett gets off to Shaw. Shaw's going to launch a long three, and it's good. Jason Shaw with the first basket of the game. 3-0 Vikings. 6:35 to play. Sprague goes into the paint, no good. Rebound goes to Shaw. Here comes Jason Shaw for the Vikings. Gets up the floor to Pleasant. Pleasant puts it on the floor. Now he throws it away. Here comes Lanning. Lanning's going to try to dunk it, and he does. Kellen Lanning with his first basket. 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. Now Houck with it. Throws it up to Pleasant. Pleasant all the way across to Largent. Now Largent. A lot of energy by Independence right now. Now Shaw for three, and it's good. Jason Shaw with two huge threes. The Vikings lead 6-2. Lady Vikings did similar things. Led 14-10 at the end of the first, so hopefully the boys can stick with it. Now Crane for an easy bucket. So senior Spencer Crane gets his first basket. 6-4 in favor of the Vikings. Pleasant with it. Gets it back to Shaw. Shaw gives it to Kennett. Now to Largent. Largent puts it on the floor. Now Houck open for three, and it's way off. And now Small gives off to Lanning. Here comes Lanning. 5:10 to play first quarter. Colbert with it up top. So Colbert will try to go to the basket. Does, and miss the shot. Rebound to the Vikings. Here comes Shaw of the Vikings. 4:50 and counting. 6-4 Vikings. Shaw thought about the three, kicks it back out to Kennett. Now Largent with it. Now Houck puts it on the floor. He's going to shoot another three. This time no good, but a rebound Shaw. And Shaw is blocked out of bounds. Nope, it stays in bounds. So Bulldogs trail by 2, and they have the ball. Lanning puts it on the floor. Gets to the elbow. Now he's going to shoot. They're going to give him a three as Kellen Lanning has 5 points. Now a steal by the Bulldogs, and now a 1-point lead by the Bulldogs, and now Kellen Lanning puts it on the floor, is fouled and scores it. So Kellen Lanning with 7 points already. Would have had 9 if they wouldn't have called the offensive foul at the first 5 seconds. So Kai Gregory, Andre Ford, Marion Morton, all checking in for the Vikings as the Vikings trail now by 3, and Lanning is going to the line to shoot one. 9-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. Missed the free throw. Kai Gregory with the rebound. Now still by Lanning. He's just so quick. Now a three-pointer on the way is good by Heston Smith, the junior. Just checked into the game. Knocks down a big three. So now a 6-point advantage. Just like that, it was 6-4 Vikings. Now it's 12-6 Bulldogs. So 8-0 run in like a little over a minute. And now Shaw with it. He needs help. Gets it down to Largent. Largent puts it up. Blocked by Small. Make that Martinez, who just checked in the game, with the block. Now Heston Smith with the travel. 12-6, 3:21 to play first quarter. Vikings with the possession. Now Shaw needs help, gives off to Ford. Ford gives it to Largent. Now it off to Morton. Morton puts it on the floor, gets in the paint, puts it up, and it's good. So Marion Morton gets his first basket. 12-8. Bulldogs by 4. Heston Smith thought about the 3. Now Javen Colbert out top with it. Coach Brad Smith, who coached a long time at Lebec County High School, is now running the program here at the Independence High School. Lanning gets it to Colbert in the corner. No good. Rebound to Andre Ford. 2:25 to play first quarter. Andre Ford gets it to Morton. Morton's going to launch a 3. No good. Rebound Martinez. Now here come the Bulldogs. Colbert quickly the other way. Throws it away. .210 to play first quarter. 12-8 Bulldogs. Jason Shaw gets it up to Largent. So the Vikings haven't really been able to get it down low to Largent. Now Morton with it in the paint. And he's going to take a travel. So I think he was expecting a Bulldog to be behind him, and they kind of pulled the rug out from underneath him, so to speak. And Sprague checking back in for the Bulldogs. He gets it into Colbert. Colbert, 1:49 to play first quarter. Colbert gets it off to Smith. Smith launches a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Jason Shaw. Shaw brings up the court. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Shaw puts up a shot. No good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Here comes Colbert. Gets it up to Martinez. Puts it up and scores it. So Ian Martinez gets his first basket. 14-8. In favor of the Bulldogs. Andre Ford bringing it up the court for the Vikings. Vikings wearing the traveling black uniforms. Independence in the white with the orange trim. And now we're going to call travel on Kai Gregory as the basket went, so too bad they called the travel. Now here comes Colbert for the Bulldogs. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Kellen Lanning puts it up, no good. Rebound Andre Ford, he's quickly going the other way, and Lanning has chased him down. And now here comes Colbert the other way. Now Colbert thought about dishing it off, and then he takes it himself. And the junior Javen Colbert gets his first basket of the game. 16-8. Bulldogs have the Vikings doubled up. Now Andre Ford missed shot. Now poked away, but Colbert recovers. Now Cole Kennett trying to get a steal in the backcourt. Not going to work. Now Marion Morton covered Colbert up top. So now Lanning. Now Colbert for a 3. And Colbert, at the end of the first quarter, knocks down a big 3 to give Independence a 19-8 lead, 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter. So let's take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back for second quarter action. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93. And we are back at Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here. Karen Hardesty back at the KLKC studio, patching me through. And we are ready for second quarter action. Looks like Bulldogs are going to send Lanning, Crane, Colbert, Martinez, and Smith. Vikings will have Hauk, Pleasant, Shaw, Kennett, Largent. Cole Kennett at the elbow. Hands off to Shaw. They're going to call a foul on Lanning. It's going to be his second. So Coach Brad Smith not in favor of that call. 19-8. Now Lanning guarding the inbounds, knocks it out of bounds into the Bulldog bench. Now Shaw to inbounds. Needs to go. Nearly went over the line, and Coach Brad Smith isn't happy about it. Now Shaw for a three, no good. Rebound Largent, put back, no good. But now Shaw with another offensive board, and a putback is good. So Jason Shaw now with 8 points as the Vikings trail by 9, 19-10. So the Vikings are going to need a lot of points to try to stay with this high-powered Indy offense. As Colbert was fouled by Shaw, no call. Now Smith puts it on the floor and scores it. So Heston Smith now with 5 points as Shaw brings it up the court as the Vikings trail by 11. Kennett gets it to Pleasant. Pleasant puts it on the floor. Now Largent kicks it back out to Pleasant. Now Pleasant with a nice two. No good. Here comes the Bulldogs. 6:45 to play. Second quarter. Colbert puts up the shot. No good. Rebound to Kennett. Here comes Shaw for the Vikings. 21-10. Vikings trail by 11. Jason Shaw. Now he picks up the dribble. Now Pleasant with it. Now back out to Shaw. Shaw spin move in the paint. Needs help. Largent should have shot the three there. He was wide open. Now Shaw is going to launch a three. No good. And now Lanning quickly the other way. Now Smith for a three, and it is good. So Heston Smith now with 8 points as he knocks down a three to give a 14-point lead. 24-10 are the Bulldogs. And we have a timeout on the floor. Let's thank some of our sponsors. I'd like to thank Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Tank Connection, Clemens Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associate Parsons, Drs. Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoppen Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Parsons, Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SCK Ortho, Drs. Mosier and Meister, Idea Tech, Dan Zimmerman, and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services. Thank you to all of our sponsors bringing you Viking basketball. And here comes Andre Ford out of the timeout. 6 minutes to play, second quarter. Largent with it up top. Hands off to Hauk. Hauk wants a three. No good. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Now a foul in the backcourt, either on Gregory or Morton. So Kai Gregory picks up his first. So Colbert to bring it up for the Bulldogs. Hands off to senior Spencer Crane. Now sophomore Ian Martinez with it. Now Heston Smith, the junior, has had the hot hand lately. Missed this one. There comes the Andre Ford. He cleans it up. Andre Ford tries to get to the paint. is fouled by Colbert. That's going to be his first. So Houck to inbounds. Nope, check that. Houck's coming out of the game for Shaw. So 5:18 to play, second quarter, 24-10 in favor of the Bulldogs. Marion Morton with it up top. Hands off to Gregory. Gregory had it poked away by Crane for a second. Now down low to Morton. Morton trying to go to work, and he pushed off. They're going to say it's offensive on Morton. First foul on Marion Morton. .504 to play and counting here in the second quarter. Bulldogs lead by 14. They led by 11 at the end of the first quarter at 19-8. Now Colbert gets it to Smith. Now Martinez shuffled his feet. I think they're going to call travel. Sure enough, travel. Turnover goes to the Vikings. So here comes Andre Ford to bring it up for the Vikings. Quickly up the floor, gets it to Morton. Morton thought about the three, now Ford with it. Back to Gregory, now Shaw puts it on the floor. He's guarded by Colbert. Now Largent will launch a three, no good. Rebound Heston Smith for the Bulldogs. And Smith gets to Martinez. He shuffled his feet again, but he missed the shot. So now here comes Shaw. Shaw gets to the paint, kicks out Morton for a three. No good. Nobody followed the rebound, so it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Bulldogs. 4:04 to play, second quarter, 24-10 in favor of the Bulldogs. Senior Kellen Lanning at the inbounds for the Bulldogs. Get it in to Javen Colbert. Now Colbert with it. Now Martinez gets back to Lanning. Lanning puts it on the floor. And now, looked like a clean steal, but they called a foul on the Vikings. Now they get it into Heston Smith. Now Lanning with it. Now Lanning gets in the paint, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Cole Kennett. Now steal by Spencer Crane. So Bulldogs right back with it. Now Martinez kicks it back out to Colbert. Now Lanning for a three from the corner, and it is good. So Kellen Lanning now with double digits. He has 10. He had a quiet game at Parsons, but he's picking up for it here. Now Shaw. Now Ford. Puts it on the floor. They're going to call an offensive foul on Andre Ford. That's more offensive fouls than I've seen in the game in a long time. It's already been 4 in this game. Sprague will check back in for the Bulldogs. Checking in for Crane. 27-10. Vikings trail by 17 at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Colbert thought about the three. Now they kick it back out to Heston Smith. Now in the paint to Sprague. Now Martinez. So very good passing underneath by the Bulldogs. And now 19-point advantage for the Bulldogs. And we do have a timeout on the floor. So let's take a timeout with them. Let's take a 1-minute break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. 2:40 to play here in the first half. 29-10 in favor of the Bulldogs. Andre Ford with it. Gets the elbow, kicks it back out. Largent with it. Now Shaw. Shaw wants to get the paint, and it is knocked away by Cayman Sprague. Now here comes Colbert. Colbert quickly the other way. Martinez, he scores it. Ian Martinez now with 6 points. And here comes Jason Shaw for the Vikings. 2:08 to play here in the second quarter. 31-10 in favor of the Bulldogs. They hand off to Ford. Now Shaw for a three. It's good, but Jason Shaw needs some help. He's got 11, but the only other basket made was by Marion Morton. So we need some more scores. 31-13. Heston Smith has it for the Bulldogs. Minute and a half to play here in the second quarter. Kellen Lanning goes baseline, dunks it. So Kellen Lanning now with 12 points as they had a dunk going baseline there on the Vikings. 33-13, 20-point advantage for the Bulldogs. So the Vikings had been playing so much better. And tonight it's not saying they're playing bad, it's just the Independence Bulldogs are just on fire. They're a really good team. They're going to be a tough out in the sub-state. So here comes Colbert. Colbert going, give off the Lanning. Lanning thought about the three. Now Colbert underneath, and Colbert scores it. And there's a whistle. Let's see. We're going to see what they call here. I think they're going to say Colbert stepped out of bounds, so the basket doesn't count. That's exactly what happened. So no basket by Colbert there, as he stepped out of bounds right before he came back in to make the basket. So 33-13, 20-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Now Houck with it. Gives off to Largent. Now Shaw thought about another three. That would have been an NBA three there. Now kicks it back out Gregory. Now back to Shaw for a long three, and it's good. So Shaw has 4 3-pointers and 14 points. But the Vikings are 17 points down. 33-16. Now Sprague for a three. Actually make that a three from Small. So Ethan Small, and now a long 3-pointer at the buzzer, and I missed it. I don't even know who made it for the Vikings. I'm going to have to go find out who made that. So let's take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and break down the first half of this Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to the Eye Care Associate of Parsons halftime report, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. And the Vikings trail by 17 at the half, 36-19. Run down the scores first for the Indy. Spencer Crane with 2, Javen Colbert with 5, Heston Smith with 8, Kellen Lanning with 12, Ethan Small with 3, and Ian Martinez with 6. And the Vikings are led by Jason Shaw with 12 points, Marion Morton with 2, and actually Jason Shaw is 14, Marion Morton with 2, and I still need to find out who made that three-pointer at the buzzer. I'm sure on the live stream somebody might know already, but I'm going to have to go over to the score table and check that out to see who scored it. But we are at halftime, and the Vikings are going to need a lot more of those shots to go down in order to try to get back into this one, as they are trailing by 17 at the half. So let's do a 7-minute break, and then we'll be back for the second half. So you listen to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School, and we are ready for second half action as Independence will have the first possession to start the second half. And Andre Ford is the person that knocked down that three at the end of the half. So Vikings trail by 17, 36-19. Here comes Colbert with it. Now Lanning, now Smith. Crane underneath, no good. Rebound to the Vikings. Jason Shaw with it. Shaw, guarded by Colbert. Kicks it off to Pleasant. Now back to Gregory. Now Houck. Up top to Largent. Vikings just really haven't been able to get it down low at all. Just really up top around the perimeter. Now Houck for a three. No good. Rebound is going to go to Pleasant as it was saved by Largent. Now they're going to say a shot clock violation. So the Vikings no, they said they should have reset the shot clock, so the Vikings do get the possession. But now Lanning steals it, and Martinez ends up with it. So here comes the Bulldogs. So 7:06, third quarter. And Colbert with it. Gets down low to Martinez, and he scores it. So in Martinez with his 8th point. And now here's Shaw for the Vikings. 6:45 to play third quarter. Connor Largent hands off to Pleasant. Now Gregory in the paint, no good. And here comes Colbert quickly the other way for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Martinez. He kicks it back out. Now Colbert wants a three, and it's good. The southpaw knocks down another three. That's 8 points for him now. 41-19, a 22-point advantage. Largent hands off to Pleasant. Pleasant tries to get to the paint, draws it back out. Now Largent gets it to Shaw. Shaw needs help. Trying to get down low to Largent, no good. There's a steal by the Bulldogs. Now Kai Gregory's going to pick up his second foul as he just a little bit of frustration by the Vikings here as they trail by 22. Andre Ford, Cole Kennett checking back in. And so now the Bulldogs with a shot. In and out, no good. Cole Kennett. And here comes Jason Shaw. Shaw with it. He hands it off to Pleasant. Now to Kennett. Now Ford drives and scores it. So Andre Ford now with 5 points. Now Javen Colbert with it. And 5:22 to play third quarter. 41-21, Vikings trail by 20. Now Colbert out on the wing. Puts up a long two, and it's good. He's got 10 points now. 5:08 to play third quarter. Here comes Shaw. Shaw with it. Now Pleasant. Now Shaw with it. Now Shaw puts up a tough shot. In and out, no good. Rebound Martinez. Now steal, though, by Ford for the Vikings. Vikings continue to play hard, but they're down by 22. Now Ford kicks it back out to Kennett. Now Pleasant. Now Ford gets it to Largent. Now Pleasant at the free throw line, no good. Now Lanning with the rebound. Now Lanning puts it up, no good. And Lanning will go to the line to shoot two. So Kellen Lanning at the line to shoot 2. Hey, ma'am. Ma'am. Blocking the camera. All right. We're back. Kellen Lanning missed the first free throw. He'll have one more. .4:14 to play, third quarter. 43-21. Second free throw is no good. So Lanning weirdly missed both free throws. That's very, very unlike him. Yeah. Now, basket was made on the other end. And here comes Andre Ford coming the other way for the Vikings. Now Shaw with it. Hands off to Ford. Ford puts it on the floor. Now Gregory in the paint scores it. So Kai Gregory gets his first basket. So 45-23. Now Small with it underneath. Now that is Sprague underneath. So Sprague gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So free throw from Sprague is good. .322 to play, third quarter. 46-23 in favor of the Bulldogs. Second free throw from Sprague is up and no good, but an offensive rebound. But now they tried to save it as it was going out of bounds, and Morton comes up with it. So now a foul in the backcourt, I believe. And now I think it's a timeout by Coach Hauk is what it is. So it's going to be timeout on the floor. Let's take a 30-second break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here. 3:12 to play, third quarter. 46-23. Vikings trail by 23, and should be Vikings basketball out of this timeout. Sure enough, Vikings will have the basketball in the backcourt, as I think Coach Hauk called it before they got a 10-second violation. It was down to 28 seconds on the shot clock. Now they get it into Ford. And Ford gets it across the half court. Now Ford cut off by Colbert. Now Largent with it. Hands off Morton. Morton. Now Lanning with the steal and a dunk. That's going to be his third dunk of the game and his 14th point. He blew the whistle. I don't know. Lanning swung on the rim. So the foul is on They call a foul on Morton on the dunk, so I don't know. That I didn't think Morton was anywhere close to him, but maybe he was. I'm so far away from it, it's just kind of hard to see that far away. So Lanning at the free throw line, missed another one. So Kellen Lanning missed one in the first half, so he's 0 for 4 from the free throw line, and I feel like he's a really good free throw shooter normally, as Shaw misses the easy bucket on this end, and here comes the Bulldogs quickly the other way. Now Small with it. Picks it up. Now Lanning. Now Small wants a three. Ethan Small with his second three-pointer, and he's a state champion golfer, and he's a pretty good basketball player too. Now Small with the steal. And now a steal by the Vikings. And now let's see who has the possession. 51-23, Vikings trail by 28. And now Colbert gets across to Small again. This time he misses the three. He wanted that one bad. Now Shaw with it. Shaw guarded by Sprague. Oh man, this defense is just tough by Independence. It's just tough to get anything in the paint, as their defense is just relentless. This is a good Independence team. The girls and boys, both for Independence, have a chance to go a long ways this year. Shaw thought about the three. Now Lanning knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Vikings. 1.5 to play in the third. 51-23. Gregory gets it in the paint, puts it up, scores it. So Kai Gregory's been about the only one that's been able to score it in the paint, as he now has 4 points. 51-25. Vikings trail by 26. Ethan Small with it. Hands off to Heston Smith. Smith back up top. Thought about the three. 1 minute to play in the third. Now Lanning with it. Lanning wants a three, and it's off. And rebound to Kai Gregory. Here comes Gregory, throws it up to Ford. Ford layup, good. Andre Ford now with 7 points. 51-27. Vikings trail by 24 now. 35 seconds left to go here in the third. Ethan Small with it. Running out some clock. 16 on the shot clock. Small wants a three. Launches, and it's good. Ethan Small now with 9 points, all three-pointers. 54-27, 27-point lead. Now the Vikings miss a shot, but Largent gets the offensive rebound, then is stolen. And now at the buzzer, missed shot by Lanning. So 27-point lead. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. Ready for fourth quarter. 54-27 in favor of the Bulldogs. And now Vikings turn it over to start the fourth quarter. And Javen Colbert kicks it out to Lanning. Lanning puts it on the floor. Kicks it back out to Colbert. Now he loses it. Morton has it. Not very many mistakes by the Bulldogs tonight, but that's one of them. So now I got So now 7:34 to play. 54-27 in favor of the Bulldogs. Trying to get down low to Largent, and he is fouled. 7.5 to play, 27-point lead for the Bulldogs, and Connor Largent will go to the line. So Connor Largent has not scored yet. That's his first point. 54-28. As Cayman Sprague checks back in. Been pretty much all Bulldogs here. Just been tough defense by the Bulldogs. Now 26-point advantage and the ball at 7:25 to play. And Lanning goes baseline for an easy bucket. So Kellen Lanning now with 16 points. Now Shaw with it. Kennett with it at the elbow. Needs help, hands off Morton. Morton kicks out Largent. Largent now gets off to Shaw. Long two for Shaw, no good. Rebound to Morton. He puts it up, no good. It's out of bounds off Independence. 6:49 to play, 56-28. And we got Andrew Houck checking into the game for the Vikings. And now we have a timeout on the floor. Vikings, let's take a timeout with them. Let's take a 30-second break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes here. 6:49 to play in the ball game. 56-28. Kai Gregory gets it in bounds. Now it's stolen. And now Kellen Lanning is going for his fourth dunk. And now it's a 30-point game, and it's going to be a running clock the rest of the way. So Lanning with his 18th point. Now they inbounds, get it down low to Largent. Up. So now Morton is fouled on the putback. So Morton will go to the line to shoot two. So Marion Morton at the line for the Vikings. Free throws up and good. Pleasant checking back in for the Vikings. 6:07 and counting to go in the ball game. Second free throw is also good. So should be 58-30. They do get it on the board now. 5:51 and counting. Javen Colbert. Now Heston Smith with it. Kicks it back out to Colbert for a three. Thought he was going to launch a three, but he passes it down to Martinez instead. as Ian Martinez will go to the line to shoot 2. So Independence going to win this one. Vikings going to fall to 4-18 as they will travel next Thursday to Chanute. In a game that I feel like on the boys and girls side, both teams could have a chance to win those games next Thursday. Should be well rested with basically a full week's rest going into that game. Martinez knocks down both free throws to give it back to a 30-point advantage at 60-30. Jason Shaw bring it up for the Vikings. Shaw hands off to Largent. Now Hauk with it. Now Largent goes down low. Thought he was going to score it, but he's fouled. No score. Largent will go to the line to shoot 2 more. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Martinez picks up his first foul. First free throw is no good. Reese Richenberger checks in for the first time. Checking in for Colbert. Now they get it inbounds to Small. So all the seniors are in the game at the moment, along with Richenberger. So I'm guessing they will try to check them out one at a time here as Sprague gets his first bucket and 3rd point. 62-31. Vikings are doubled up. Now a steal by the Bulldogs. And Lanning gonna pull it out and run some clock. Now Crane with it. Gives off to Lanning. Now, I thought it was gonna be an alley-oop, but it ended up hitting the rim. So now it is gonna be a foul on the Vikings. So Cole Kennett checks back in for the Vikings, and Largent picks up his first foul. So Ethan Small, the inbounds. They checked out one of the seniors already. Checked out Lanning. Now, I don't know if they're going to have enough time to check out the rest of them unless they call timeout. This is down to 2:15 and it's a running clock. Shaw with it for the Vikings. 62-31's our score. Shaw wants a long 3 and it's good. So Jason Shaw knocks down a 3 to make it 62-34. Cayman Sprague gonna check out on senior night. Spencer Crane gonna check out on senior night. I guess that one was Crane. Sprague I thought was going to the bench, but he stayed in. Now Small wants another 3 for the road. He takes it. Ethan Small with 12 points, all from behind the arc. Minute and a half left. Preston Heitman with it. Hands off to Isaac Mack. Now Torian Martin Smith, or Martin Sutton with the shot, no good. And now Cayman Sprague gonna check out for the last time at home. Well, they should have a home game in the sub-state, so this won't be their last home game. So now Ethan Small will be the last one to get checked out. So a minute 14 left. Bulldogs get to the free throw line, missed shot. Kick it out for Small for another three, and he knocks it down. He's got 15, all 5 3-pointers. So Ethan Small having a big night here on senior night, lighting it up from the outside. 68-34 in favor of the Bulldogs. They're going to get a foul on now Isaac Mack trying to get it down low to Corday. And now Small down to 19 seconds, 17 seconds. Missed shot underneath, and it goes down for Richenberger. And now the ball game is over. 70-34. Let's do a 1-minute break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93. Welcome back to Independence High School, and we're ready for the Bowen Pharmacy post-game report. And the Vikings lose this one 70-34. Let's run down the scores. Spencer Crane with 2. Javen Colbert with 12. Heston Smith with 8. Kellen Lanning with 18. Ethan Small with 15. Cayman Sprague with 3. Ian Martinez with 10. For the Vikings, they were led by senior Jason Shaw with 17, Andre Ford with 7, Connor Largent with 1, Marion Morton with 4, and Kai Gregory with 4. So the Viking boys are going to fall to 4-18, and we will be back in action next Thursday at Chanute. So for Karen Hardesty back at the KLKC studio, this is Tony Fuentes signing off from Independence High School.